Hi, my name is Vincent Bal and I'm here at the ZLÍN Film Festival with Nono, the Zigzag Kid, and it's great to be here even if I'm not wearing Bata shoes. My childhood, very sad, I can't really talk about it. No, actually I had a very good childhood. I grew up with a mother who made theater, and we played in the theater with her. So from age 6 or 7 I was on stage and we did these musicals which were performed in the weekends in Belgium and Holland, and sometimes we traveled with it. We went to the United States and to Italy, to Curacao. So that was really fantastic actually, and through playing in these theater plays, sometimes they needed kids to play in a small part in a film, and they came for castings to the theater. So sometimes I got to play small parts in feature films or in television stuff, and I really liked that world of making films. So I decided, this might be something for me later on. Well, acting it's not really for me. I think I'm a little bit too shy to be in front of the camera all the time, and also I like the fact, because at a certain point I thought I want to make comic strips, and the nice thing there is that you can create the whole world. You can create the acting, you can make the stories, and as a film director you have a little bit, you can play God a little bit. You can make everything just the way you want it, with the timing, with the music, with the sound, and you work with so many different talented people. That's what I like about it. I know that for a child it can be quite overwhelming to play in a film, because for a couple of months you're in the center of attention, and this film crew feels like a warm family, and it's even as a crew member yourself, it's a wonderful experience. But then the shooting is over and you fall into a certain void. So I try to warn Thomas, who plays Nono, I try to warn him about this, that at a certain point it will be over, and yeah, it's difficult to deal with that. I also told him, if you want to be a butcher later or work in a bakery, that's fine too, because he doesn't have to become an actor. It's not because you play in a film when you're young that you have to become an actor later on. Well, we did a lot of castings, because the hard part about making a film with a child in the main role, he's in almost all the scenes, so he has to be able to carry the film and carry the story. So we started, I think, already 1 year before shooting, we started doing castings, and I saw lots of boys, but I didn't really find the one I didn't feel comfortable with. At a certain point we had 3 pretty good boys who were all good at one part, but who didn't have the whole package, so to speak. And then we started all over again. And then suddenly we saw Thomas, and his first casting wasn't so great, but I said, well, let's see him a second time, you never know. And then I talked a little bit with him. I couldn't understand what he was saying, because he was a little bit shy. But then we started playing a scene, and then that really convinced me, because he was one of the first that could really make the whole arch of a scene, and who also knew that sometimes he says something, but he means something else, and he got the humor in the story, so I was very happy to find him. The book is a book, so it's the pacing is very different. I mean, there are some stories that are in the book that are not in the film, because otherwise the film would be 5 hours, I think. So we had to find a new way to tell this story and to try to convey the spirit of the book, or the things that really touched me in the book, and try to put that in the film. Like, for example, there's a whole sequence in the beginning of the film where Nono goes to a bar mitzvah party, which he ruins. That's totally not in the book, but we wanted to tell viewers what is a bar mitzvah, because not everybody knows this, and also to sort of illustrate the character of Nono, who sometimes does crazy things in order to do something beautiful. So sometimes we had to deconstruct everything from the book and then put it together in a way. It's quite a puzzle. I I don't remember the first film I ever saw. I probably, I'm wondering. Probably it's a Disney, but I couldn't really tell which one. I remember seeing Robin Hood a couple of times. I also remember going to the movies to see Les Vacances de Monsieur Hulot by Jacques Tati, which was a rerun at the time, which is a wonderful film. And I remember my father enjoying the film very much. And for me it was quite strange. It looks like I mean, it's a strange movie because the sound is so specific, and that was great. But besides that, I grew up with, you know, Star Wars and E.T. and Annie and that sort of films. Yeah. The next film will be a musical, which is quite, how do you say it? It will be difficult, but I like musicals. And it's a story about two brass bands in Belgium, from the Flemish side and from the Walloon side. And they're together in a European final, so they're in competition. And the Flemish, they've lost their trumpet player in the pre-selection because he played so well that he got a heart attack on stage and he died. And so they buy the Walloon player. It's a romantic comedy.
My name is Jessica Zeylmaker. I'm playing the role of Gabi in Nono, the Zigzag Kid, and I hope you can see it and enjoy it. I'm playing the role of Gabi, and she is one of the best friends of Nono, actually. And she is in a relationship with the father, and she likes to do fun things with Nono, and she's very funny, and she really wants to be the wife of the father, but he doesn't, is not ready yet, so she tries to find a way with Nono that she gets what she wants, but she wants to be a happy family, actually. Oh, it was amazing, and it's great because it was the first time for me. I had a big part in the film, and it was great to work with Vincent and with Isabella Rossellini and Fetje van der Wet and Thomas Simon and Rudolf Klausner and Camille. It was really wonderful. It was an experience and adventure, and it's wonderful. I'm so happy. I grew up in Holland and in the east side, so it was really country, and well, it's not like country in the USA, but it was really calm, so I could play a lot of trees and climbing and those things, but when you're 30, 40, 50, it's a little bit boring. So when I was 19, I went to the acting school, and I couldn't wait for that, so I was really so happy that I could finally do what I want to. Romy Schneider. Yeah, Romy Schneider. And Sisi. I don't remember my first film, but I think maybe Ariel from Walt Disney, I think. But I'm not sure if that's the first, but what I do remember.